Hello, welcome. My name's Tina. This is Simply in Stitches. This is my co-host Vixen. She's quiet but mean looking. I hope you've had a lovely week. We've been very busy in the craft room this week. You might have seen the craft room vlogs that have been shown earlier in the week with some of the things that have been going on. But shall we start off with something new that is finished? We are wearing the same scarf but in different designs. Sorry, what was that, Vixen? Yes, I know. She was saying that she's supposed to have knickers by now and she still hasn't got knickers. All she's got is this silly little scarf that doesn't cover anything. Just keep your legs crossed and you'll be okay, alright? Just stay there, you'll be fine. Oh, steady yourself. Now what? What's the matter with you? What's it you wanted to say? Oh yes, that's why. She's upset because she wanted to have a nice outfit for today because she wanted to say a special hello to Callum because Callum watches with his grandma. He's not a knitter yet, but maybe one day he'll be a knitter, but he enjoys seeing Vixen. So we wanted to both say hello. So hello, Callum. All right, you're going to sit there now and be good. Okay. Right, so our scarves. Well, mine is, you might remember that I had a lot of leftover yarn from my slipover that I made previously, so I wanted to use some of it up. So I thought I'd make a cowl, and originally I wanted to make one that went round twice, but it just felt too much going round twice. I didn't particularly want it. I also said that maybe I'd want to do a twist and have a twist and just singly, but then that didn't feel right. But then while I was trying it on and messing about with it, deciding what I wanted to do, and it was still on the needles, I sort of put it on and it went like this. And I thought, actually, that'd be really good when I'm having my walks, because under the coat I can wrap it around and it can come up. But also I just like it just like hanging like that. So I thought if I've got a coat open and it's just folded back, it looks neat, but it's got a lot of wooliness to keep me warm under my coat. So I thought, I think I'm going to keep it like this. So I'll cast it off. It goes down to, let's sort of stand up, goes down to my waist, and yeah, it comes over the back, so it keeps like the back of your shoulders nice and warm. So I thought, yeah, I'm just going to go for that now. So this is the Yarnsmiths Create Super Chunky, and I've still got 2 balls left. So what I'm thinking is I might make one of these chunky hats that I made before, and this is Drops Snow. I made this in. There's a video where I made this one, but next time, I think, I love the hat, but I have the same problem I always have with hats, and because I've got a small head and I use frizzies, so my hair's quite slippy, it ends up just resting on my glasses. All my hats do that, and I'm forever pushing them back. So I think what I'm going to do next time to see if it helps is, instead of just doing ribbing and stopping, I'm going to do a whole rib hat, because then I think it would cling a bit better. So that's what I'm going to do with my leftovers, but I think I'm going to wait till the end of the year now rather than make another one now, because I've got plenty of other things I want to be getting on with. Vixen's little scarf here. Would you like to model it, Vixen? Yes, okay. So Vixen's little scarf that she's looking very dapper in, and all that was just cast on, knit a row and then cast off. So that's her first item of clothing, and she's not very impressed, are you? So sorry about that. Maybe this week. We shall see. This may be the week. So that is a finished item. I also have, and I shall talk about these quickly because I've already shown them and I haven't got my stock boxes with me. In the craft room vlogs I showed the January socks all finished. These are Woodland Walk by This Handmade Life. So I finished off the second sock. It's just got the repeat on one side, so it's a left and a right. To make it into the snowdrop socks, I just put some white beads along the top there, so they go all the way around. And so I called those my snowdrop socks, so they were all finished in time for the end of January. So then I needed to cast on some more socks for February. So the prompt this time is violet. So I am using, once again, this is in a vlog from last week, so I'll be very quick just saying about these in case you haven't watched those. These are the fidget socks by Amy Stringer, and so I have used Rose's Knitting Shed for the main colour, and then I've used Drops Nord for the plum colour for the contrast. So as you can see, it's like a basket weave stitch, but it's got those long stitches across there. So yeah, nice pattern. I've not hardly done any. I've done about 3 rows since the last video. I've been distracted with other things. So those are my February socks. So I need to crack on with those. As it's the start of February, I have filled in my knitting journal, and so I have carried over 5 WIPs from last month. I did finish 3 things last month, so I was pleased about that, but I've still got 5 WIPs. I want to get down to 3 WIPs by the end of the month. Going down the list, we got the WIP More by Amy Loudon. That's on hold at the moment. We've got the Aurora shawl. Now this has been problematic this week. Bit of a drama llama. So, last time you saw it, this is the Stephen West shawl, started 26th of December. So I have been working through this second band here. And so I was really keen to get that finished. And so when I got to the end of it, I was really happy because I thought, yes, now I can move on to that next section. That's going to be easy and quick. And yeah, I'm really going to crack on with this now. No. I realised that I'm doing it wrong. In the pictures, it's coming out like in squares and mine's coming out in stripes. And I don't even think they're even stripes. So I don't know what's going to happen with this. I think that this week's craft room vlogs may be ripping this back. All 500 stitches of it. So we shall see. I don't know. I need to get it out, maybe like lay it on the bed and look at it calmly. And then see exactly where I'm going wrong. See if it's a stitch count issue. Am I off with my stitch count, so that's throwing it off? Or what's happening? Why does it not look like it should? And should I rip it back? Or do I not mind how it looks and just carry on and have it as it is? Because it doesn't have to be to the pattern. I can do my own variation, so personalize it. So I'll have to see about that, but at the moment it's not as it should be. So if it's going to carry on and look like it could be what it's supposed to be, if you don't know the pattern, then I will carry on. But yeah, I am loving it and I really wanted it to be finished. I'm not giving up on it. There's no way I'm giving up on it because I love it too much. But I am ready to be finished now. And the thing is, I've seen so many people on Instagram that everyone's starting to finish them now. So I just want to be finished mine as well so I can wear it. So yes, that's a bit of a drama that's going to carry on into next week. But for the moment, when I realised, I just put it in the basket that I've got all my yarn in, and I thought, no, you can just get pushed to the back for now. I can't speak to you at the moment, and I'm still feeling a bit that way. But I need to get down to the truth and find out what's going on and why it's going on, so I can do something about it. So that is my Aurora shawl that I would like finished by the end of this month. And then moving on to a new start from last week, and that was now when I was editing last week, I was really winding myself up because I was calling this the chunky dahlia when I know that the flower is dahlia. And so every time I was saying dahlia, I was thinking, no, Tina, it's dahlia. And now I'm thinking, is it dahlia or is it dahlia? Is it the dahlia flower or is it dahlia for something else? So I don't know. But the thing is, when I was editing, I thought, well, I can't say to you guys, I can't say to you, is it dahlia or dahlia, because it's spelled the same way. So yes, if you know how to explain it to me, is it, well, put in the comments, is it the flower, dahlia, yes or no? So this is getting on, I'm getting on well with this, I'm enjoying this. So I'll come to the end of the pattern, and now I'm just doing some more increases, and then I'm going to be dividing up for the sleeves and the body. So I'm really thinking this week I could make a lot of progress on this one, because it is the chunky, it does knit up quite quick. I'm loving the yarn, I'm loving the colour of it, I'm loving the chunkiness of how it knits. So yes, now I'm just on the stockinette. I think this is going to be a joy to do, and I'm really looking forward to wearing it. This is going to be so my sweater. Just pulling it, thinking, I hope this is going to fit. As soon as I finish those increases, then I shall put it on like 2 needles so I can try it on and just check before I divide up for the sleeves. I'll check that I have got enough before I carry on any further. So yes, this is going really well, and I'm really pleased with this one. So that's all the knitting that's being done and been done. I am quite pleased with what I've achieved this week. I think I've done a lot. So yeah, unexpected. Last week, this isn't where I expected to be, but I'll go with it. I'm happy apart from that shawl. I have also made progress. I said before about wanting to do a cross stitch, a wedding surplus type of cross stitch for my stepdaughter, and I was looking for a pattern, but we've had a turn of events this week because I've been asked to do a reading, and it's only a short reading. I've had what it is come through, and so she's asked me to do a reading at the wedding. And I thought that's going to be perfect because it's short, it's a lovely verse, and I thought I could just put that, chart that onto some fabric, and then it's a verse that she enjoys, that she likes, that will mean something because it was from the wedding. So that's what I've decided I'm going to do. It always sounds easy, doesn't it, when you say chart it? So I've got this fabric that I'm going to use. I've started something in the middle. This is a huge, which way off is it? That way, because it's a stocking. I started this about 2 years ago, probably, only got that far. It is the Mirabilia Christmas in London. I love this design. It looks, I didn't like it when I first saw the picture, I didn't like it. I thought it looked too much in there and it's too fussy for me. But then when I saw somebody stitching it, I fell in love with it. So I bought it. Started stitching it a couple of years ago, and because I've got so many other big ones, I didn't get on anywhere with it. So I thought what I'm going to do is, because I love this fabric, I'm going to use this, and if when I do that chart, then I shall start again, because yeah. But this fabric is one of my favourite fabrics. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a sparkle to it. I think it's a 32 count, just blown out, 32 count even weave. So it looks like you can hardly see the holes, but actually when you start stitching on it and you're looking at it, and if you stretch it, if you've got it in a hoop or a frame or something, you can see the holes and it's fine. But yes, I'm going to stitch it on this because I thought it's a white fabric. So I said before, I want to keep it very simple. She's not a fussy, frilly sort of person, so I wanted to keep it simple. So I thought if I have a plain fabric but with some sparkle, just to make it a bit special. And then I've picked up some of this thread because her colours are going to be green. So I've picked up some green, and this is the DMC. I think it's called Colour Variations. And so if I hold it on there, perhaps you'll see it's got different colours in the actual thread. So as I do the writing, the words with it, it will change in tones. So I should put their names and the date on there as well. So yes, but I need to get on with that because these things you think, oh, it's small, it won't take long, but it always takes longer than you think. So I've got a couple of those. I'm hoping they'll be enough. If they're not, they're from Hobbycraft, so I can get some more. But I just thought that would be nice in a simple white frame. So we shall see how I get on, but I need to start it early, but just in case, and hopefully that will get me cross stitching again because I've not been cross stitching. When I brought that out, I thought, oh, perhaps I should do like the 15 minutes a day or something with my stitching to get me back into it. And I brought out one of the projects. I thought, yes, I'd definitely like to work on this. And when it comes to it, I thought, no, it's just got a block there. I'm just not stitching at the moment, but I shall do that for Kirsten. So, something else I had a block on that I think I've cracked it, and that is reading. I have been reading a physical book. Dun, dun, dun. I love reading. I've always been a reader. Past few years, just haven't been able to read. Occasionally I read a book and think, yes, I'm back, and then no. But I've been making myself read every night at bed because it annoys me that my husband hasn't been a reader. My husband's not been a reader all the time I've known him, and then the past year he started to read to help himself sleep, and it's really worked, and now he's getting through books and I'm not reading, and I'm jealous. So yeah, we've got our bookcase at the top of the stairs, and I thought, oh, actually, I would like to read that book. So I thought, right, jump on it while I'm thinking that. So I picked this book out and I've been reading it every night. And what I just say to myself is, even if I'm feeling tired or don't know if I feel like it, I say one page. I'll pick it up, read one page, and then generally I'll keep reading it because I'm really enjoying it. But it's just a way of just trying. That's the thing, that trying to get myself into that routine of just reading every night. So the book I picked up is The Telephone Box Library, and it's by Rachel Lucas. And I picked this up in a charity shop. I've also got the second book because that was there at the same time. This one's called The Village Green Bookshop. So they must have moved out a telephone box and brought a bookshop. So what it's about is, it's really nice. It's set in the Cotswolds, which is beautiful villages in the Cotswolds, very traditional Cotswold stone, lovely place. So I can visualise that. So it's a real nice, soothing read. And she's come from a city where she was a teacher, and she's a bit burnt out and it's affecting her health. And so she thought she was going to have 6 months off work just to revive herself, really, and just get back to who she was. And she saw this job, which was rent-free in a cottage in the Cotswolds, and all they ask in return is that she pops in next door to the elderly lady who lives there just to check on her, make sure she's all right, be a companion, do a bit of shopping, a bit of tidying up and things, but only like an hour a day. And she thought that's a perfect thing to do for 6 months. So she moves to this Cotswolds village, and obviously this little old lady isn't a defenceless little old lady. She's very sparky. She's got a big boa constrictor snake that lives in the house and moves freely around the house. Opposite house there's a very nice single father that obviously we know what's going to happen there. So yeah, I've not got that far into it. I'm reading every night, but I'm only reading a few pages, but I'm just really enjoying it. So that's the book I'm reading at the moment, so I'm really pleased about that, and hopefully I'll want to go straight on to the next one, but we shall see. So that's all I've been up to this week. As I said, I have done vlogs, so if you missed those, you might want to catch up with those. But until next Sunday, take care, have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.